Thank you for watching and listening. I just want to talk about the first sister. Okay, my first sister is my stepmother's biological child, and like I've shared in another video, that her biological father is my uncle. So this is the reason why release any greed, release any jealousy, any negative emotion. Just feel it and quickly release it, because if you don't, you end up acting on it and you make a bad decision, and eventually you will be let down this black magic path, this dark path, and once you're in it, it's hard to get out. And then you end up doing things that are taboo. So this first sister, she's the same like the stepmother, cut from the same cloth. They're always jealous, they lie a lot, physically abusive. When we were growing up, we were assaulted by the first sister. The abuse started at block 437. Every time the parents are not at home, she'll start beating us up, and then over time she got so brazen, she start beating us up in front of her. Okay, we're talking about being dragged by the hair. She slammed our head on the floor repeatedly. She strangled my brother. She stomped on us. She kicked us. She punched us. And she would drag you from the living room by your hair to the bedroom. This how abusive she is. We have bruises here and there. And when we when we tell our parents, my father was basically not there mentally. And the stepmother would tell us to ask for forgiveness because the elders can do no wrong. So the habit became like that. She's very jealous. She always thinks she's the victim, but we literally have to give everything to her. If not, she start beating you up. If not, she start bullying you and harassing you. So myself, my second sister, and my younger brother, we are the passive type. But after many decades, we end up fighting with one another instead, because the second sister and the younger brother are so fearful of this first sister. It's like she has the strong control over everything. I don't understand why they fear her so much. Anyway, from young, she has the habit of stealing your things. She would take your school bag, the bag that you work part-time to buy, save up money to buy, because we hardly get clothes or shoes and anything. Everything we got. For me, I was always on financial assistance because the stepmother decided that we can't afford, so you have to make sure you get financial assistance. But she has money for herself. That's the thing. And so when we work part-time to save up money to buy whatever, she would just wear it. She would just take it. She's that shameless. She just steal people things, and then when you confront her about it, she will just bully you, intimidate you, and call you calculative and things like that. But she might erase the part that she was stealing. So it got to a point that she's very jealous. She cannot stand if you have any friends. So the few times that my friends came over in secondary school, after my friend left, she start beating you up. And then she was just saying, it's unfair that you have friends. It's unfair that you have friends. She just can't see any of the siblings have anything. Because she's stuck in the mindset that she's a victim, even though everything was given to her. She's the golden child in the narcissistic household. And she tried to steal my second sister's friend. That's it. If your friends can't be her friends, she'll find a way to drive her witch. So for my case was, she couldn't get my friends to be her friends. So she started calling and spreading rumors over the phone. Somehow she got their number. As it turned out, because she knew the other three girls who turned out to be allegedly part of the cult. You know who you are. So they were cooking things up with one another, and then I got into trouble because I ended up accusing a wrong girl based on the lies that the two of them, the first sister and the friend, made up. So after that, I have to call that girl and apologize. Anyway, things like that, a lot of lies, a lot of manipulation. They keep lying and setting people up, and they work together to cement the lies. And our fault is because we are passive. We just keep ignoring, and she got even more and more brazen until one day I decided to fight back, and that's when she stopped assaulting me. But she started mentally abusing and start creating lies. She do this. She's very cunning in that manner. I tell you, this kind of snake-like behavior. So anyway, come to a point where my second sister in her early 20s, she got engaged first, and the sister got very pissed Because how can the first sister be unmarried and you dare to marry before me? I'm the eldest, I'm the first should get everything, because this is the mindset she and the stepmother had. First is everything, the elder is everything, the elders get everything. So my second sister was supposed to get married after that, after the engagement. This first sister found out, and she allegedly went to the second sister's in-law's house, announced to the in-law that she was going to marry before her. Few months before the second sister's wedding, suddenly she wanted to get married, and she rushed the wedding, and my second sister was easily bullied. So my second sister was made to help prepare her wedding. I didn't attend the wedding, but I'm the type, I'm done. Okay, in hindsight I should just completely leave, but finances and stuff like that. So this is just the rough pattern of her behavior. She physically abused us, and she lie and manipulate. She turn people against you, she'll set you up and accuse you of things you never do. It got to a point where her pet hamster died, and she blamed it on me, even though I never once touched it or even come close to it. So I suspected that she was the one who did something to the pet hamster, because when she cannot physically punch you or beat you up, she will start creating lies and start spreading rumors and accuse you of things you never do. That's the reason why you have to match the energy. You have to fight back. But I didn't. I was like once, and then whatever, I'm just exhausted, I just ignore. That was a big mistake. So ended up, she got married a few months before my second sister, because she's the first. She had to sabotage the wedding, and she manipulate my second sister, bullied my second sister into preparing the wedding for her. So she got it. She got the first to get married, first to go this, first to go that, whatever. She cannot stand that anybody in the family has anything. She must take it. She must take it. She must steal it. If you have friends, she must find a way for your friends to become her friends, or for you to not have the friend at all. So this is what her habit is. Whatever your clothes, if it's your clothes, she's gonna steal it. If it's you buy something, she's gonna steal it. Or if not, she's gonna say you're calculative, you're abusive, you're nasty, or whatever. She's like that. So it come to a point over time after my second sister eventually got married, and my second sister got pregnant before her, and she got very angry, and started bullying and making fun of a pregnant woman, because my second sister was pregnant, and then she started body shaming my second sister. You're body shaming a pregnant woman? And then, by the way, the first sister works as a nurse. So not all people who work as nurses and doctors, or a profession that are supposed to be heroic, are good people, because a lot of narcissists take up jobs like this because they can pretend to be something they are not. Okay, and then imagine this: you sabotage her wedding. She let you marry first few months before her own wedding, and when she got pregnant first, she started bullying and harassing her, because she was unhappy that she got pregnant first. So come to a point where my second sister had a miscarriage. She didn't visit her when we still live in the same house. She actually announced that it was the happiest day of her life, because my second sister had a miscarriage. So she was very happy. That's the kind of person she is. And so years passed by, and then this second sister's husband turned out to be a creep. Okay, he kept saying my second sister cannot satisfy him and things like that, and then he kept asking me to walk in front of him, and I thought it was suspicious. Shouldn't you be walking beside your wife? And the behavior was odd when he started personally messaging me, telling me that my second sister cannot satisfy his desires, his needs and whatnot. And then I noticed another thing. Prior to that, the first sister always announced that she messaged the second sister's husband, that she called him. And I was thinking to myself, why are you calling people's husband? If you want to know about your sister, why don't you talk to your sister? Why don't you visit your sister? Why don't you call your sister? Why are you always contacting her husband? And then she will say things like, so unfair. How come her in-law treat her like that? How come she get this? How come she get that? She was so obsessed with other people's marriage instead of focusing on her own marriage. And you want to know why? It's because she only married to spite my second sister. She only married because she didn't want my second sister to marry first. So come to find out that apparently, allegedly, she had been having physical relationship with my second sister's husband. And that's the reason why the second sister's husband was brazen enough to message me, personal message, telling me about how he's unsatisfied with his wife. And that why it happened to be my second sister. And initially I thought it was odd, but I advised him to go to counseling to get couples therapy. So now I know why he dared to say this kind of stuff was because he already had fun time with the first sister. So the sidekick told me that the first sister has been having intimate relationship with people's husbands. It's something I've already suspected with her behavior, because she likes to steal people's things. Whatever you have, she have to take. If you're happy with something, she has to take it because she cannot see people have anything or be happy. So it makes sense now why she kept calling him, kept contacting him, and why he dared to, after some time, personal message, talk about his sexual needs to me. And after finding out that the reason for the miscarriage was because of a ritual that his family did, I wasn't even surprised. And seeing that the stepmother was the type to go out with people's husband, I would not be surprised why they are carbon copies. So release all this jealousy, these negative things. Learn to be happy with what you have. Okay, they're constantly not happy, constantly cannot see other people being happy, cannot. Some people are like that, and I'm telling you, these females, not all women are genuine. All this girl power, women support women, don't 100% believe it. I guess funny thing, I learned it the hard way. A lot of women, even though they are married, even though they come from the husband give them everything, pamper them and whatnot, they're still not satisfied because they just don't want to see you happy. They find it happy, they find it satisfying to see you unhappy, even though they have everything. And the one time I saw the first sister husband, I came across his profile on Tinder. I was like, you're married, how come you are on Tinder? And I forgot to screenshot, but there's nothing to lie about it. And as it turned out, the stepmother and the first sister have been doing rituals on him as well, because if you notice in that the pictures and the talisman I found, right, his picture was in on it, was one of them. He's in one of the victims. So don't only think men are abusers. Don't only think men are the only cunning one. Women are just like that. If they're narcissistic, if they're low vibrational, they're like that. I'll stop this here because I'm just fed up with everything. Thank you for watching.